Put on your big girl or boy pants. June 12, 2017. Dear ones, many of you expected to become a superwoman or superman overnight. While such might be true internally, externally, most of you require a bit of practice. Your internal being does sometimes fold into your external being, but not yet to the extent you dream of. Even though eventually you will dimension hop and frequency time travel with ease, you must practice a bit before such is so. Do you remember the first time, for those of you introduced to computers as adults, you tried to operate a computer? Perhaps you felt you needed a spacebar, like those on typewriters, or could not remember how to save items. Actions you now do automatically. So it is for your physical shift. Throughout these transition years, you shifted spiritually, then emotionally, and finally, physically. From inner to outer, if you will. So it is you are beginning to practice your physical skills regarding actions and receiving. For even though many of you eventually wish to time frequency travel and dimension hop, it is likely you are now dreaming of something in your physical world that you have not yet created. You are a bit like an infant trying to grasp something but not able to until your finger muscles are more developed. So you are frustrated, angry, and stating to others that you are giving up. Hoping that such dramatic phrases and thoughts will encourage an entity in the ethers to produce what you want. Again, like an infant expecting someone to change their diaper when soiled, feed them when hungry, and hold them when human contact is needed. The problem now, if you will, is that you are mature enough spiritually and emotionally to care for yourself. So it is you must begin thinking of yourself as a self-contained entity. Such a thought makes some of you angry, for you are certain you cannot be as fruitful or caring as the gods you once worshipped as parental figures. But then, such a thought is little different from wanting your parents to protect and care for you as a young adult the first time you make a mistake. Even though your parents might commiserate with you, it is likely they will encourage you to determine your own fate without a rescuing or caretaking. For young adults, not taking responsibility for their actions merely prolong learning self-care, the ultimate adult role. So it is you are now on your own. It is time for you to put on your big boy and big girl pants, to take responsibility for your life and your creations. You have begun to create small items and will soon flex your creation muscles to the big items you dream of. Even though we suggested you flex your creation muscles a year or so ago, the majority of you did not wish to become true universal adults that rapidly. You wanted to remain of 3D instead of forcing yourself too rapidly into 5D or beyond. Even though such a delay is not that dramatic, for your months are but milliseconds in universal time, you can no longer pretend you are not skilled enough nor universal enough to be of 5D or beyond. You have crossed the 5D Rubicon. So universal beings can whisper suggestions in your ear, as would be true of a phone call to your parents when you are unable to determine your next move as a young adult, but universal beings can no longer live your life for you, pushing you here and there. You are a fully contained adult with all the skills required. You no longer need babysitters, nor do you need overprotective parents. You are a young 5D adult, and it is time for you to act like one. It does not matter how loudly you scream to the heavens about your terrible life, any more than it would have helped you to have your parents take care of your every move once you became an adult. So it is you are being forced, if you will, to become an adult even though most feel as if you are not ready. All is as it should be, regarding your acceptance that you are a 5D or beyond adult. Of course, you will make a few mistakes, but in your mind only. Of course, you will wish that the universes or someone would rescue you, as is true of almost every young adult. But the only way you will fully claim new you is if you test your physical skills, as you are now doing. Allow yourself to flex your new you physical skills, just as you allowed yourself to flex your spiritual skills by running hither and yon from one guru to another, until you were satisfied that you had absorbed all you needed from others. So it is now. You are beginning to flex your 5D physical muscles, discovering you are more selective with human interactions, that you create items just by wishing for them, and that you are slipping between dimensions and frequencies without yet understanding how to move and speak as you wish, but knowing how you want to shift. You are a physically young 5D or beyond adult, just beginning to explore your options. Allow that to be without berating yourself for not being perfect. And instead, being in joy with your selfhood experiments. So be it. Amen. Channeled by Brenda Hoffman. www.lifetapestrycreations.com